kucheki una mali safi yale nyama mbichi.
Hey, Mariana. I was loving that germ. Thank you so much for joining in. Just in case you're just joining us, the hashtag is Switchboard on all our social media platforms. SwitchTV.ke, Instagram, SwitchTV.Kenya, Facebook, and Twitter as well. Now that was GB Africa, right here from the 254. Mambo.
Poa sana.
Uko salama?
Uko fiti kabisa.
Corona inakupelekaje?
Hivyo tu manze, at least sasa tumelana ku live nayo manze, ku take all the measures vile inafaa, unajua.
For sure, it's actually way better than when it all started.
Manze itabidi tu tuendelee tu kwa careful because iko ya kweli. Iko. So wasione ati iko manze.
For sure. Yeah. Just before I go on with the interview though, nataka mtuambie, what is it that you guys want to know about JB Africa? 1114441 is our SMS line. But though, I want to know your real names.
My real name is Dennis Kaiga.
Dennis
Shadeka.
Kaiga.
Yes, Kaiga with a Y.
Dennis Kaiga. Oh, like K-Y?
K-A-Y-I-G-A.
K-A-Y, yeah. K-A. All right, okay.
Yeah.
So are those are the names of
your ID?
How did you come up with GB Africa?
I used to be a gospel artist before. So when I moved on to secular, I decided to stick with the name because it's part of who I am. I can't leave it because I switched. So ili stick to, as in wasao walikuwa wameshanizoea hivyo, so kuchange tena jina ilikuwa, it was so difficult for me.
For sure. And I wanted to ask you at some point, like I know you started with gospel and all that, yeah, and you stopped. So what happened, if you're comfortable telling us about all that?
Reality will hit manze, unajua kwa gospel vile ilianza, there's a group that benefited from gospel music. So wale wenye tulikuja after them, it was difficult for us to break through. So but the initial thing that made me break away from the gospel ilikuwa tu running with a top DJ pale juu manze. Muziki yangu ilikuwa imeenda kuchezwa one of the stations, but because unajua ukiwa ghetto manze hauna do nini ikashindikana. Sasa vile niliitishwa do, kuna vile haikuenda poa sana. So ule DJ akaniambia hizi nicheza, na unajua ule ndio walikuwa kusema. So mimi nikaona I had already started writing for secular artists, so I'm like, huko tayari manze nimeshaanza kulipwa kuandikia, so why don't I just switch?
That was like a gospel DJ?
Yeah, it was a gospel DJ.
Alright, so you were asking mbona ngoma yako ichezwe ama ulikuwa?
No, what happened was that I was supposed to do some shady stuff inside there so that my music gets played. I'll say the truth. Shady stuff. Nitajazia tu hivyo. So what happened is ndio muziki yangu cheze ilifani nilipe mtu fulani. So vile nili approach huyo top DJ kumwambia manze ni aje yangu ndio hii ya macho. Huyo DJ akajam kabisa. And actually ilikuwa story mbaya sana because he was in the loop, but hakuwa anataka because of the name was a big one. Ikai so obvious. So mimi nilikuwa naive. Unajua vile unakwanga manze umetoka tu high school manze hujui rada ni gani, umetoka huko 1960 huko manze hujui vile kunaenda. So hiyo running ikani affect wala wase tulikuwa nao karibu. Nikaona there is no point hapa hivi kubaki. Itakuwa worth it.
What akina hila unasikia hii maneno?
Nasikia by the way.
Kumbe ni kubaya hivyo
huko. Niko noma kwa msanii, sio mchezo.
All right, GB though, there's I've listened to a couple of your songs, yeah. And I won't even lie, there's too much emotions in your songs. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I really do love them. But is there any inspiration you draw from to just, write your songs and
what people don't know is that I am a professional songwriter. I've written for one big artist, a couple of other, even before when I was in the gospel industry. I wrote some songs. So it's something that I know how to do professionally, and I know how to do it very well. So that is why you might find it's not me. That's not me. I'm a different guy. I'm not an emotional touchy feeling guy.
What do you mean?
Hiyo Mariana, hiyo mimi sio huko. Hiyo tu ni song because nilijua utaipenda, ukisikia vile itakugusa. I know. So mimi sana ningekuimbia ile kitu mimi inanibamba, haingekugusa hivyo.
Hebu tuambie kitu inakubamba. Nilishia kitu moja inakubamba saa hizi. Niambie tu just one line.
Mimi ni msee wa genge sana. So the old school genge akina akina Mejja, kama Landlord, hizo mangoma ndio mimi nilikuwa zimenishika sana. Basi unajua hiyo time ilishaisha. So nikifanya a purely genge song sahi haitadupoa.
But let me tell you one thing though, I don't think hizo time zilisha. Saizi naona wasewa na revive hiyo nini.
It's a different tact. It's a different tact. In terms of sound, it's different. It's not the original genge. It is genge, then mixed with 10 other different things so that it can stay relevant. But the original like genge, even this guy, Jimwat now is doing genge. There's a song he released when he came back from the sobriety. He didn't do well. The reality is that time in change. Genge is there, but it's not in its purest form. Genge was a storytelling genre. Onge piga genge kama hujapigia wase story. Unakumbuka Landlord, ile za kiendaje, zilikuwa something that videos zilikuwa very choreographed, nini kila kitu ilikuwa na. But sasa hii unacheki genge ton. Niwekelea hapo mahagare manze, ngoma isonge kisonganga bana.
Naomba wase je kesho ni kulala 4
manze hiyo tu ndio iko. Sasa game imechange utadu nini? Game ikichange imechange.
Well, but exactly that's the thing. Game imechange, we evolve with time. But you describe your music as Afro genge, yeah? As much as unasema genge and all that
it's the root. Unaona ni root ya you must start from somewhere. Uwezi tu come up useme unafanya something that it's not, genge is our culture. We are used to genge. So I just took genge as the foundation and then I laid all these other things on top. As a songwriter, you look for a base, a language that anybody can understand, and then you put all the other things on top so that people ina sound sasa fresh. Ukisikia Mariana uwezi fikiria ni genge, but iko na hiyo genge ndani yake. Ukisikia mistari unajua manzi hapa hivi. Hata ukiangalia storytelling kwa video unaweza tell imetoka from somewhere, na sio hip hop, sio bongo. It's genge manzi, lakini iko revived kiasi.
For sure. Now in this era, like literally vitu zimechange sana in terms of music and everything. Is there someone you look up to or you look forward to working with?
Iko kuna wasanii songwriting wise, just mimi siangali so much of who's making it as an artist. Angali in terms of I love good songwriters. Mejja is one of them. Fena Gitu, yani wale ni wala wase ungepewa chance anytime any day. Wale ndio singetaka kuwork now. Fena, Mejja, nani mwingine wako kadhaa, but those two are like my top picks because of their way they deliver their music to their fans.
All right. So I heard somewhere that you wrote a song for someone. You're a songwriter, yeah?
Yeah.
Who did you write a song for?
It was Nameless.
It was Nameless. Which song was it?
It's called Moyo Wangu. Hatujatoka bado.
Oh, really?
Ilikuwa a while back because Nameless has a lot of songs. So he used to call songwriters wanakuja, zingine andika peke yake. Kama Inspire, I almost wrote it. Ilinipita tu kidogo manzi.
Almost.
Manzi nilikuwa nimepewa track na producer niende kwa nyumba kuandika. Nikakuja after a week. No, I was writing it. After a week, just like the name Inspire, man, the Nameless ndio alipata inspiration kutoka wapi. Aliua hizo verses. Nikasema nyata kama ilinipita, ali do justice to the song.
All right. Okay. So just before we wrap up though, tell me something about talk to me about your song Fire, because I love it, from the choreography to just the video itself. Tell me.
Fire ilikuwa ngoma yenye nilikuwa nimerelease ngoma inaitwa Lavide. Lavide ilidu fiti sana radio. In those days ilikuwa nachezwa in one of the local stations. So getting a follow-up project was very hard. So I did my research hapa na pale. I called one of my songwriter friends alikuwa na mimi kwa studio. We actually had a beat that the producer was making. So it was a beat. It didn't come up from a song. It was a beat. Being a songwriter, it was not ati nilikuwa nimepangia. Mariana ndio nimepangia sana because it was personal, based on a personal story. But Fire, it was straight up songwriting, manenos, yani unajua kuandika, beat ni moto, wekelea verse tukiendaga. Na ikaenda tu hivyo ikakuwa Fire, mpaka ikapigwa sampling na msanii.
Anasema akiwa kwa nyumba hataki duvet because kwa sababu kuna mtu mwenye anampatia joto hapo, kuna ile fire yani. All right, just as we wrap up though, I mean, there's something that we actually love to do on Switchboard, and it's playing games. We love doing that, and our fans also enjoy it. Now I don't know if you love it, but just it's quick fire. Nakuuliza maswali tukiendaga.
Sawa.
It's just like a few questions, don't worry. So, first one, are you dating?
Right now, no.
All right, who's your favorite artist?
Me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm my own favorite artist.
All right, okay, cool. So, if you were to visit one country in the world, which would it be?
I will go to Israel.
Israel.
Yes.
But which is your favorite country?
Kenya, of course.
Oh, hapo by then nilikuwa nikupatia hapo.
Kenya mara moja manze. Home is the best.
Favorite food?
Fish and ugali.
Fish and ugali.
Hata nimetoka tu kula kabla niende show.
Mujaluo.
Manze, mimi si mjaluo lakini I like it.
Nishakubatiza.
Eh?
Alright, so yeah, your favorite girlfriend.
Hata nilisahau jina yake.
What?
Manze.
Kwani wako wangapi?
Manze, wako wengi lakini huyo nilisahau manze. Alikuwa anaitwa nani? Alikuwa anaitwa Linda. Nikumbuka. Alikuwa anaitwa Linda.
You know what? GB Afrika.
Yeah, so imenishtua bana.
He's so lucky. You know, the thing is, he's so lucky he's not dating right now, because if he was, I don't think that's one question that he will have answered. But you know what? These are the questions that we ask right here on Switchpod. The hashtag is SwitchTV on all our social media platforms. SwitchTV.ke, Instagram, SwitchTV.Kenya, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, that's your camera. As we just go on a break, ambia wase your fans wanaweza kupata wapi.
Okay, manze, GB Africa, enda straight.
That's your camera.
This one.
Yes.
Enda straight kwa YouTube, type to GB Africa. Niko na some audios there. I have a song out there inaitwa Valentine Code. Song yenyewe actually iko na actual codes ndani yake, numbers codes, yeah. So if you are a songwriting wizard, unaweza enda ujaribu kufigure out what I was trying to mean in the song. The latest song inaitwa Mariana, manze, subscribe, watch. If you love good music, if you love good songwriting, for sure. GB Africa everywhere. Just Google me. You don't have to. Just Google GB Africa.
GB Africa.
Itajitokeza kila mahali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually very interesting, because one thing I can say is I've never had anyone who's written a song and they said there's a coding somewhere in between. So for all those guys who love codes and literally just everything, iko hapo. Hila!
Yes.
Tupeleke break na ngoma gani?
Naingia na UG featuring Harmonize inaitwa Lolo.
Aya, twende basi.